Hi students, today our topic is token, keywords and identifiers, variables and data types in C programming. Okay, so in the last video we have seen about the structure of a C program. When you are going to write a C program, so what are the prerequisites and pre-reimbursed required pre-knowledge required to write a one logic in the C programs are: first we need to know about what is meant by token and keyword, and we must understand the difference between identifiers and variables, and what are the constants available in C program, and what is meant by data type. Let us see one by one. So before that we need to understand the meaning of character set. Okay, so character set we need to identify. We know that a program is a set of instructions that when you are executing one output, you need to when you want to execute one output, you need to write set of instructions. That set of instructions are called as programs, right? So when you take the program, programs are consist of some characters and symbols. Okay, that characters and symbols. So this is called as character set. This is called as character sets. So when you take any one program, that program obviously consists of some characters and symbols. So that kind of combination of characters and symbols are called as character sets. This character set is divided into 4 types. That means letters, numbers, special characters and white spaces. Let us see one by one. So what is meant by letters? Letters are obviously, it may be a capital letter, uppercase letters and characters, and lowercase characters. Numbers are always starts from 0 to 9. And white spaces. White spaces in the sense it is differed in many ways. First one is blank white space, and it gives a new line or some horizontal tabs and vertical tabs. And then what is meant by special characters? Special characters are like colon, semicolon, ampersand, question mark symbol, open parenthesis, closing parenthesis, this ampersand symbol, and caret symbol, additional operation, subtraction operation. Many characters, many special symbols are there, each carrying one meaning in C programming. So comma carries one meaning, semicolon carries one meaning, colon carries one meaning, and question mark carries one meaning. So all special characters carries one meaning in your C programming. Hash sign is one of the special symbol that is mainly used in the inclusion section of your header files. So hash include and hash definition. So this symbol is mainly used in the preprocessor directives. And then modulo percentage symbol is one of the mathematical arithmetic operator, and dollar symbol also used, and underscore and tilde symbol. Tilde symbol is also used in C programming. Each carries one special meaning in your C programming, right? That is about character set. Then what is meant by token? Token is nothing but a smallest unit in a C program is called as a token. Very simple answer. Well, yes, token is the smallest unit in a C programming, but it is the smallest unit, but it is classified into many types. What are those types? Means first one is keywords, and then operators, strings, constants, identifiers and special characters. Okay, so keywords, strings, constants, identifiers, special characters and operators. Let us see one by one. Keywords and identifiers. So keywords means it provides 32 keywords. That C language provides 32 keywords, and these keywords are written in a low case letters. So always your keywords will be written in a lower case letter. And then in C word, if you take one word, it may be either a keyword or identifier. Okay, so if you take one word in C program, either it must be a keyword or an identifier. But keywords have the fixed meaning. Okay, or whenever you take one word, if it has any meaning, means that kind of that word is considered as keyword. Let us see the examples of keywords here. Auto, break, case, character, constant, continue, default, do, double, else, enum, extend, short, for, go to, if, int, long, register, written, float, signed, size of, static, struct, switch, type def, union, unsigned, void, volatile, while. Okay, so these are called as keywords. There are totally 32 keywords are supported in C language. When you take while is a keyword means it has some meaning. That means that while is one of the loop. If you take go to is one of the keyword. That means that it will go to, that compiler will go to the particular label. And then default is one of the keyword that shows that the statement written below the default keyword is called as a default statement. If any cases are not matched, this default operation will be carried out. And then extend is a keyword that means that the following variable is called as an external variable. And then long is nothing but it's a keyword that long integer is one of the longest. That means that variable is one of the data type which has the long integer, like that. Okay, then identifier is nothing but assigned to an element in a program. Say for example height, age, identifier is nothing but a name. That means say for example int c, that c is a variable name. So this variable name is called as identifier here. And then user defined function like simple interest, that name we are giving, that simple interest is called as a identifier here. Okay, that means that we are giving one name, we are assigning one name to an element of your program. So that name is external name is called as an identifier. But when you are giving name for your element, there is some rules to be followed. What are those rules? First one is the first character must always be an alphabet or an underscore. Okay, you cannot have any numbers for as a first letter of your variable. So either it should be an underscore or it may be any alphabet. That alphabet may be a lowercase or uppercase. That is the first rule. Then it should be formed using only letters, numbers or underscore. There is no special symbol. Apart from underscore, there is no special symbol or encouraged in naming a identifier. And a keyword cannot be used as an identifier. Say for example, while is a keyword. We cannot give while as the name of that element. And then it should not contain any white space characters. Say for example, when you are giving the name of the function simple interest. If it is the simple interest is the name of the function, means in between simple and interest you should not leave the space. So that means that your identifier should not contain any white space characters. And then the name should be meaningful. Obviously, when you are going to choose one name, that name should be analogous to your concept. Okay. So these are the rules which should be followed when you are giving the name for one element of the program. That is nothing but considered as identifiers. Right. Then what is variable? Variable is one of the identifier. There is no differences between identifier and variable. A variable is considered as one identifier. It gives some name for that data type. Int ch means ch is the identifier that carries the meaning of integer data type, like that. And then which is used to store some values. Obviously, using the variable name only we can get the values, right? And constants never change at a time of execution. Constants will not be changed. We cannot change the values of constants. And variables can change during the execution of the program and update the values stored inside. Obviously, using the variables, we can keep on changing the values of variables, and at the execution time or in the compilation time, or it can this variable can be used for storing purpose also. Right. So I am giving the examples here. Height, age are the meaningful variables that represent the purpose of its being used for. Okay, height variable cannot be used to store height value. Can be. Age variable can be used to store age of a person. That means that name we are giving variables name now that are analogous to your concept. So say for example, if you want to mention the height of your person, means you can give the identifier as height. Instead of giving I1, I2 or some other num1, num2, we can give height variable. That name variable, by naming itself, we can give height. And age, age, like that you can give. Okay. So that means that the variable should have some meaning. And the same thing we are following. How we are giving the rules for giving in identifier? No, the same thing we are following here. Right. And then data types. Data types are playing big role in your C programming. So what are those means? First of all, by database only main requirement of your C programming. Main requirement of your C programming is a data type. We must know the difference. We must know the importance of data type. Data type only tells the type of that value. Okay, the nature of that value. Okay, so for according to the C programming, the data types are classified into 3 types. First one is primitive data types, and then second one is derived data types, and third one is user defined data types. So what are the primitive data types means? Let us see the types and all in next videos. First we will see the examples of data types. First example is integer. Integer is used for as a whole number. Int is a data type for denoting the integer data, and char, that is char. Char is for character data type, and float, float, for floating point number, and double is used for double precision. That means floating point. If you want to represent the floating point value with more accurate way, means you can use double. And void is one of the data type that has no values. Okay, so that has no value. So these are the different types of data types available in C programming. Hope you understand this logic. So I will catch you in the next video about next topic.